I can take you, but it is required at least 4 to 5 hours of session. But if I take a 4 to 5 hours of session, again the complaints will come, sir. Lunch, sir. Weekend, sir. Right? So that kind of a scenarios will come. So obviously I can understand, right? So obviously the family man, there is a web series is released. Other side there is a movies are released. Huh? Correct, right? Even the winter season, girlfriends will be there. Obviously, I can understand all this stuff. So that's how let's plan it. Like, even I need to give some time to practice also. Even if I directly tell to 4 to 5 hours of session, you guys definitely something, your brain will become something like, I don't know. So rather than let's like settle down like a very properly and learning also take very slowly. So then you will also get a good time for a practice. Right here, my major motto here it is practice. Right. So this thing will come with the practice only. Without a practice, it is not going to come. Don't take a light. Right. I can understand that, sir. We know all of about if you are the chat GPT will give you na. Yes, sir, chat GPT will you give, Claude will give, Gemini will give, what is that? Perplexity will give, that will give, this will give. I can understand that. Blockbox will give. I can totally understand that. But you can just imagine you enter into a company, that company have a VPN. There, the people going to track you what you're doing on your laptop, even with the screenshots or by doing a screen recording. That will be stored in the cloud, all your what your activity in 8 hours or 9 hours or 24 by 7. Now, is it okay? So that's how, sir, we will keep my laptop beside it and then we will type in there and then we will copy, sir. So I can understand that, but always you can see this. So that will be only works whose are expertise on the prompt engineering, right? To become an expertise on the prompt engineering, first you should know about the subject. When you know the subject, you can know you're going to get definitely the perfect answer from a chat GPT or Gemini. Using those, I'm not saying that wrong, but how to use it is the most important. Our time and then GPT time is also most important. Correct, right? So within a fraction of seconds, we need it. Yes, we can need it. But how to do that? Now, first, we need to have an idea on that subject or a module or a library. Then what is happens? What is happens? Our life has become easy. Asking to the chat GPT also, we can ask very directly. Correct, right? I know about the bike. Go and ask the mechanic. Mechanic can understand. And what the mechanic say, you can also understand. Correct, right? Otherwise, what will happen? Mechanical will give the this much bill. You have to pay because you don't know about this. But if you know about this, correct, right? About the silencer, about this brakes, about this rising, the clutch, brake, front brake, back brake. If you know all about it, you can understand. Okay, why it has to change, why the oil has to change, right? We can understand little bit. Am I correct or not? Most of the people have a bike. Yes sir, no. No, sir, we have a car. Huh? Okay. Car people also can understand the same thing, right? The parts is going to be different. That's it. Right. So that's what I'm saying that at least you should know some basics. If you know basics, what's happened? Asking the chat GPT also, it becomes mature. Become a matured prompt. Trust me, it's become a very matured prompt. Understand, right? So that's what is happens, right? So one is a love break is happened. Breakup happen on first love. What is happen the second love? Will get very good maturity. Yes or no? Correctness, sir. Right? Why you shy, sir? It's a common, right? Gen Z people. I need to shy, sir. Huh? You don't need to shy, right? You guys are Gen Z, huh? Gen Z only, right? Gen Z, Gen Millennium, huh? What is that, sir? I'm very poor with that. Okay, fine. So that's how we need to know that. Let's have a discussion very clearly, sir. What is a Streamlit? Hope online guys can see me, and then you guys can able to hear my voice and then see my screen also. If any difficulties, please let me know. Okay, no one is talking. So hope I'm assuming. Okay, still you guys can rise if your if any concerns like about here the voice or distractions or like my screen is not visible. If you guys have any queries, you can ask me. Okay, so now let's have a discussion. What is a Streamlit? Now, my intro it is very simple, a faster way to build and share the data apps. What the Streamlit? This is the a faster way to build and share it. Which apps? Data apps. Data apps. I'm considering which one? Data apps. That's why we need to be. So we need to be very special now. How can I impress or get an impression from my manager? How can I get this impression from my client? Sir, why I need to get it? Because I need to get the good hike. Sir, forget about positions, sir. First hike every year. How much percentage? Sir, you guys have a plan now. 30% or 20% or 10% or 5%. Which one you guys wanted? Why 20, madam? Why can't it 30? What is the problem, the 30? What is the problem having a 40? Standard is 30%. Obviously, the generally we will get like a 4 to 5%, even if you performed or not performed. Right? So the highest performed person, 10%. But the extraordinary person is going to get 30%. Now, obviously, if we get a 30%, we don't need to look for outside job. Within the company, we can be there. When you have a more long years, like let's say 4 or 5 years, I can have a chance to become a team lead or manager. The chances are more, correct, right? Obviously, my position is changes, my salaries also will increases. But the target is for boys is 28. How much? The age at 28, how much we need to be per month? 1.5. SAR is very clear. Per month, we need to have 1.5 lakhs at age of 28. Then only you'll get married. Otherwise, very, very difficult. So now let's come back into this, like faster way to build and share the data apps. So turn your data scripts, right? Whatever we are doing, whatever we learn up to now, right? In the Python, Matplotlib or Seaborn, Pandas, NumPy, all of that. For which purpose? Obviously, NumPy, Pandas for which purpose? Huh? Data transformations. Try to get this like in the very like the manager can also understand. So why those libraries we are using on a Python? So those libraries used for data transformation. You have some raw data or it's a already structured data or unstructured data or semi-structured data, whatever the format it is, by using why you are using a pandas because the major concern here it is transformation. Right? So this process, we call them as generally ETL. What is that? ETL, extract, transform, load. Sometimes people use like ELT also. ELT means extract, load, and then transformation. That depends on the situation, right? As an analyst or a scientist or an engineer, means data engineer, you need to be understand in which scenario you need to be have ETL or ELT, right? You need to be very clarity on that. So that will become with an experience, obviously with the data, right? When you have expertise on the data, not on the coding side, expertise on the data, obviously you will understand very easily. That's how we'll always suggest like focus on the data. Focus on the data. Data is the most important factor for us. Now turn your data scripts into shareable web apps. Obviously, web apps means technically, I don't know how to build a web apps, but by using the Streamlit, I can build a web app. I can build a web app in a minutes, right? All pure Python. It's going to be pure Python. So I'm not asking to learn this front end, CSS, HTML, JavaScript, TypeScript, React, Angular, Vue.js, Node.js. I'm not asking to learn. Sorry, Node.js is backend. My fault. Again, if someone can raise an issue, right? So that's why. So all this I'm not asking, right? I'm asking just you should be good with the Python. If you're good with the Python, this is one of the beautiful library. You can make whatever you wanted to be shared with the people. Yeah, share with the people in the form of web app. In the form of web app. So that's how I'm clearly I can say this no front end experiences required. They don't require at all, right? That is what the Streamlit. So here there's a there's when this the guys has been started the Streamlit, it's a open source and then they have a commercial aspects. Obviously, anyone wanted to be make it, they wanted to be some they need also a cup of tea with her girlfriend, obviously. Correct, right? So obviously what has happened? Initially they built this one as an open source. Still it is open source, I'm not saying that. But when you going with the enterprise solutions or for cloud deployment scenarios, they have some commercial perspective. They have some pro versions also there. But for now, they are giving a community version, and then we can find out this entire library on the GitHub also. But initially, they thought like they've taken there's a three major principle while they are building this library. Three principle. Obviously, anyone is developing a software. Why they are developing? What is their context? So they are going to be have like properly. One second. Sit. Okay, good. So now anyone is building a software, there is a purpose will be there. Otherwise, what is that usage of it? If it does not have a purpose, the people does not know how to use it. Like example, Instagram. Why you guys are using Instagram? To know about the others people life. Correct, huh? Otherwise, why you wanted to be? Correct, huh? So that is more publicized happen. So that's how we got a dating apps. Sorry, we have a dating apps. That is a little privatized, right? So obviously, all are socializing. So obviously, there is a purpose is there. Similarly, we have Office 365. What is the purpose? For desktop applications like Word. Right. What is the purpose? Purpose. Presentations are. Of PowerPoint, Excel. Word. For salaries are. Yeah. The purpose, sir. The major purpose of this software. What is that? To share the rich content. To share the rich content. What is the rich content? Sir, we have a notepad from our childhood, right? .txt. Can we do bold? Can we do italic? Can we add an image? Means can we do embed? Now, there is no rich text or rich content. There is no possibility. So that's how Office 365 is came the one of the first, obviously, Microsoft. Previously, we are calling Microsoft MS Office. Right? So this MS Office now turn it out into Office 365. Right? So this one is helping us to share the content in the rich format where the people can understand that. right? Word is going to have a line by line sequence, right? PowerPoint have a Canva feature, like a drag and drop. You can keep the element or X and Y position on anywhere in the point. You can add multiple pages. Now, Excel is going to do this data calculations and data visualizations and data formatting in the form of tabular, correct, right? So this is like every software have a purpose. Every software have a purpose. So that's how the productivity has been increased for of any corporate employee when using the Office 365. Why every corporate company is using the Office 365? Because of the productivity, and then data sharing is becoming easy and people can understand by themselves. I don't need to give any KT. KT means knowledge transfer. Understand, right? That is what, that is a very big hectic process in IT process, right? So that's what the people trying to be eliminate. Okay, so somewhere, so like this Streamlit have a principles, right? By using these principles they build it. There's major agent motto here. It is, what is that first one? Embrace scripting, right? It's very simple. Script has to be there. It should not be like 10,000 lines, 1 lakh lines, or like how the developers will do, because these guys are not a developers. Who built this or created the script is not a developers. So what their thought is, whatever they are building a data apps, the who's are going to be used also, they are not a developers. They are like a simple layman's. They consider like simple data layman's. So that's how they come up with this. The first objective here is the principle is embrace scripting, means by using a simple script, try to convert it into web page like this. How many number of lines? Hardly 5 lines. So don't, this is a single line, okay? So how many number of lines? Just 5 lines. In just 5 lines, they're saying that this is my first app, hello world, and then there is a, what is that? Line chat. Correct, right? A beautiful. So obviously to make this one, the developer has to write a very lengthy code. Now within, by using a like just a 5 lines, that's a simple scripting. They wanted to bring a simple scripting with the help of APIs or something, or widgets or whatever you can say that, right? So they made it like a beautiful web application in this. Clear? So this is the first principle. There's a second principle is wave in the interaction. They wanted to bring this interaction. That is the reason they created so many widgets. So these widgets, you can call them by using the magic methods. They call it here, it is a magic methods in the Streamlit. So using this magic methods, you can embed or inject any UI component, including with the functionality, it is going to be work it here. So many like slider, like bar graph. What is this? File upload. Pick a file means file upload. Pick a colors, right? What is this? Radio button, right? So this is a calendar. Pick the date, right? So this kind of it. They have so many others also, right? So that's what said. They have a lot of magic methods. To learn to expertise, we required at least 4 to 5 hours of the session. So that's not going to be possible. That's how I split it into 3 parts. In the first part, we are going to be learn the basics too. So in the 3 parts, everyone is must and should be with the laptop, right? So no excuse. If it does not have a laptop, please leave the session. Okay, so now the third one is deploy instantly. Once you're done with this, a simple scripting, what you can do when you deploy it. When you deploy it, what has happened? You can share with anyone publicly, right? So that's what is happened. Deploy instantly. How it is happen is a difficulty. No, that is dead easy. Let's watch it, how it is going to be happen. Creating an app by giving your source code from this Streamlit or GitHub or something. Now just publish it automatically. It's matter of it is done. Now you guys can see this. A beautiful web app is going to be happens. Understood? Streamlit is for like web application, data apps, making a data apps. Data apps. Understood, right? So now understood these are three principles. So why the people has been built based on these three principles, they created this library. So this library is going to be very helpful for us, right? Especially data analyst, data scientist, and full stack developers because it's very quicker and faster. And then the fourth one is DevOps people. DevOps people. So that is going to be happens. Now, there is another one is we need to be understand, right? This library is work with the other libraries. That is the most important because when we are saying the data apps, all our data apps has to be builded or dependent with the other libraries. We use the pandas, numpy like this. Now, obviously, this library should compatible with the which one? Other libraries. So that's what you can see this. Here it is book like Atlayer, PyTorch, OpenCV, right? Deck, Pandas, VegaLite, Matplotlib, NumPy, Scikit-learn, TensorFlow, Plotly, Keras, right? You can able to see this as a data analyst or data scientist. We can able to see as much as apps. These are the popular TensorFlow, PyTorch, all are popular. OpenCV, all are popular, right? For data analyst, which one? Pandas next, NumPy, all are popular, right? For data analysis, right? We use this. So all this, so these are like not only this thing, we have other Streamlit components also there on ongoing. These are very popular because you guys can understand because you know that that's why I'm just showing in this, but it is going to be used for other sites. So that's how basically it will be works with everything. So that compatibility is there. That's how the people loved here. People going to be love this Streamlit. Now, obviously, to do this, to create it, or to make this one, we need to set up or install the Streamlit on our laptops. To install it, basically, the Python, we need to also sometimes behave like a Python developer. Python have very versatile and then very like it's changed version to version. Always lot of changes will be there. This is the problem in a Python. But Python have a solution also for that, right? Some we are still facing some of like languages, Java, .NET to upgrade to the latest version on that, right? We need to be struggle a lot that we call them as migration, right? That is we have a lot of struggle. People will struggle there. But we don't have that when you come to the Python because the Python community is made our life as an easy by creating the isolated environment that we call it here it is virtual environment. Virtual environment. This is a purely isolated environment. That project is belongs to that version or multiple versions that we can able to happen when we are working with this. So this is not going to be cause, let's say I developed this project in 3.2. Now my latest version is 3.10. 3.2 and 3.10 have a lot of variations and compatibility issues. Obviously, the Pandas version is also changed for 3.2 and 3.10. It's not going to be the same. Am I correct? So now in this scenario, what is happens, right? I need to be maintain that one project is in 3.2, another project is 3.10, right? So now I need two different softwares to maintain that on my laptop. Is it possible? It's become a difficult, and then, right? So issues will be there, but the people is solved very easily by going to the virtual environment, means isolated environment. In there, which version you wanted, you can maintain that. You can maintain that. So that is what is happens. Isolated environment that we call them as VENV. VENV. VENV means virtual environment. Now everyone opens your laptop. So now let's start this by creating the virtual environment first, and then we'll install that, right? This is the process is a little tricky. If anyone have an issue, please try to ask me. Don't ask your friends. Those your friends are not expertise on this. I'm the expertise person. Trust me, I'm very good with that. I created almost so many projects with the virtual environments. I know that asking me is not going to harm you. I'm not going to give any marks. I'm not going to put it on any jail. So just ask me only. Okay, everyone, open your laptops and go to your workspace. I don't know where you guys are kept at workspace or C drive or D drive or E drive. I don't know wherever you kept it. Just to try to go there and then create a folder. That folder name is you can keep it as Streamlit or something. Create a folder and that folder please try to open with VS Code. Don't say we don't have VS Code. Anyone does not have it, please let me know. I can help you. What's VS Code means? It's a one of the IDE, the famous IDE. So how you are which batchman? No, okay, you guys are using Jupyter. All right. So how you have a Jupyter? So we are going to have a VS Code. Okay, let's have a. How many people have does not have VS Code? One, two, three, four, five. That's it. Online. Okay.
I don't have it. Listen.
Sorry, Pranita.
I don't have it.
Okay, then let's have it. Okay, listen to me here, guys. Okay, everyone open the just type it this VS Code on your first we need to create a project for you. Then we'll create a virtual environment. Do you have a VS Code, sir? Then what first let it be finished and then I'll come back. Okay, the website is called code.visualstudio.com. And obviously it will by default based on operating system, it will come for as download for Mac OS or download for Windows will be there. So simply click on this button, it is going to be download. Then downloading. Brenda, could you please share your screen?
Can you see my screen, sir?
It's loading, Pranita.
Do I have to click on anything here?
Right, we can able to see now.
Okay.
So no, go back to this code.visualstudio.com, not the docs. Right? Download for Windows. There is a black. No, no, go there.
Not this one.
Click on that. Now click on this black button. Now scroll down. Scroll down. Scroll up. Why it is coming? It is came here, man. See, it's downloaded.
This one.
Yeah. Double click on it. If you say yes or no, please click on the yes. Now accept the agreement and click on the next. Please follow the instructions and click on the next, and now next, install. Click on the install. Why is that? Huh? So if you don't mind, can you come front? Yeah. Can you go back, sir? Go back. Right. So it is going to be launch. So everyone on this page. Huh? Okay. So just double click on it. Then close this chat window. We don't require.
Close
Here,
this.
here.
Okay.
Right, perfect. So please wait for madam. Everyone is in this. Okay. I'll wait, madam.
Okay.
I'll tell you, sir. 2 minutes, sir. Let them finish.
Actually, I have to go just check. So should I just click on this?
No, just click on next, extends install. That's it. Then, okay. Let him wait for him.
Stop.
Is this open? Is this done, sir? Now close this. Just click on this close. We don't require. Just close this. Pranita, could you please close this wherever highlighted? Here.
Wait. This one?
No.
Yeah, what do you want to close?
No, can't able to see this. Yeah.
I can't see your screen. 1 second.
No, you don't need to see my screen.
Okay.
Okay, there is a red draw. You saw that? No?
I don't see anything red here.
Okay, there is a tab is there in the top. Walk through setup VS Code.
Yeah.
Close
This
that.
one?
Yeah, close it. Right. So now there is a left side, there is a first icon is there. So click on that.
Explorer.
Yeah. Right. We need to open a folder. So please first go to your workspace on your file explorer, create a folder for this project saying that Streamlit.
Okay,
Everyone
right.
go to your workspace means go to your folder and you're already created. Let's say Pranita has been created under C, Pranita Streamlit. She created a folder. Now go back there, man. Go back to the VS Code and now click on the open folder. So now go to the C drive, come the scroll down this side here. Yes. C drive, Pranita, and Streamlit. Now select a folder. Good. Now you can close this one, madam. We don't require. And yes, trust the authors. Yes, trust the authors. And you can close the right side, the chat Copilot. We don't require. And this VS Code. You can simply say this mark done.
Not done. Okay.
Yeah. Again, it will not appear. Good.
Okay.
Everyone is done? Everyone open? Right? So now you can stop your screen, man. Let me try to open my screen.
So trust the author. So we should check that and trust the author's files.
It's okay, fine. Yeah, you can do that. Nothing. Yeah, it's your local files on that you are creating. So you are the author there. You don't need to worry about it. If the source code is coming from outside, then you need to be worried about it.
The next also mark done.
Yes, marks done. Right. So everyone can see my screen. So let me try to create one of the workspace. Here it is. I'm creating a new folder for me. New folder, let's say STR. Now this STR I'm trying to open here from my workspace. Good. Madam, done? నేను మీ గురించే చెప్పింది మేడం. నన్ను అడగండి మీ ఫ్రెండ్స్ మాట్లాడుకోవద్దు అని. Okay, good. So now there is a terminal option will be there on your menu in the top. So simply click on new terminal. Everyone open the terminal on your VS Code. Good. So it is going to be mapped to up to your current location, that is called STR, right? If you wanted to know the path also, you can simply type it called PWD, right? So present working directory.
Yeah, sir.
Sorry, you don't need to be. This is my project folder is STR. Your project folder is Streamlit. Someone says something. My folder name is STR.
Okay.
I'm lazy fellow, so that's how I kept it as a 3 words. You are good with that, you can type it like that. So PWD, so it is going to be type it, you can understand where you are on the terminal. PWD means present working directory. Clear? In this terminal, you can type it simply CLEAR. It is going to be wiped off. How your slate is going to be wiped off? Either CLS if it is a Windows, if it is a Linux or Mac, it is going to be clear. CLEAR. Sorry. నేను వద్దన్నానమ్మా, మీరే కదా బ్యాగ్ వెళ్ళిపోయారు. రండమ్మా, ఇక్కడ ఉన్నాయి, రండి, ఇక్కడ ఉంది, రండి. అందుకేనమ్మా ఫ్రెండ్స్ ని నమ్మొద్దనేది. 11 o'clock వచ్చి కూర్చొని ఉంటే సరే 11:30కి వాళ్ళ వల్లనే మీకు లేట్ అయి ఉంటది. కరెక్టేనా? ఆమె వల్లనే లేట్ అయిందంట. ఓకే, got it, try. So clear. Okay, watch it my screen. Done? Now.
Could you please show that once again? How did you get to terminal?
Okay, so let's say here, go to your terminal in the top, click on a new terminal. It is going to come like this. Got it? Got it, madam? Madam? Pranita?
Oh, sorry, I was on. Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Okay, fine. Okay, let's find out the Python version. So how to find the Python version? Py thon Python space dash dash version. For me, it is not working because in my computer, it is a Python 3. In your computer can be Python. Okay. So my Python version is 3.13.2
Space.
Python space dash dash version. If it is not working, try with the Python 3 space dash dash version. Got it? So you guys knows it, which version you are working on your computer.
Sir, I think the same as Linux command.
Yes, sir.
DWP and everything.
Yeah, Linux commands. Linux commands. This is a shell, sir. I'm working with the shell now to create a virtual environment. Now, let's see, we've done this. That's what I said, sir. If it is not found, type this command called Python 3 space dash dash version. Python 3 చేసిన అలానే వస్తుంది పైథాన్ కూడా అలా అంటే మీ ల్యాప్టాప్ లో పైథాన్ లేదు సింపుల్ సార్ Python we need to install, sir. What we need to install? We need to install. Okay, who does not have it? So please watch it my screen. Okay, so I will help you after the session. Don't worry. Okay, but you need to sacrifice your lunch. Means after that means not on the on time. Okay, so now let's focus on it. Our major vision is in a terminal. So we need to create a virtual environment. For that, what is the command here? Means what is that? Sorry. So Python space dash M. Dash M is the module. We are trying to use the module. Module name is which one? VENV. What is that? VENV, virtual environment. This is the Python module, right? By using a Python, we are trying to use this VENV. We are creating a dot VENV. That can be any name. So in my, sir, first listen to me, everyone. Don't type it. Okay. So here it is. Generally, in any project, we are going to have a multiple environments like dev, SIT, right? UAT and production, right? Multiple environments will be there, right? So generally, what I'm going to do, I'm telling every person there, they have their preferences. Generally, this is the way the people do this by using this dot for a folder or a virtual environment. Dot here it is what's happened. Operating system will consider as a hidden folder or a hidden file. Technically, any kernel on your operating system will consider as a hidden file or a hidden folder. So this is not a very important part of our project, especially on our project folder, but it's important. That should not be overridden or should not be touched. No, no one is trying to edit or no one try to create a file. So that's how the people try to create it by using a dot. It's going to be used the dot. So right, so that's how like a dot dev, dot SIT, dot UAT, dot production, or dot VNV or dot project name. You can go or without a dot also fine. Without using a dot also fine. That's your choice. Name can be anything. Your customized name, even you can keep your lover name also. Don't worry about it. Correct, right? So that's what is happened when you go with the Python dash M VENV, right? Dash M is nothing but module. We are trying to use the module called virtual environment. We are creating another isolated environment. Now let's see this, how I'm doing. First, watch it. I'm going to give it time. Don't worry about it. So Python space dash M. But in my computer, it is a Python 3. So Python 3 dash M VENV. Let's little zoom it. I'm trying to. Okay, is it okay? The text is visible. Okay, Python 3 minus m venv. I'm keeping as dev as a dot dev or dot venv, whatever you guys, or dev without a dot.
Right.
Okay, venv dot dev. Now, if I try to enter, it is going to be created a folder. The folder with dot dev. So now you guys can do that. మీది సీక్వెల్ బ్యాచ్ కదమ్మా సీక్వెల్ అయ్యే బ్యాచ్ కి పైథాన్ ల్యాప్టాప్ లో లేకపోతే ఎట్లా అమ్మా Done. Everyone can see this. There is a folder has been created. You guys can expand also. If you expand it, there is a bin include library dot git ignore pvnv dot cfg. For you, it is going to be different because yours is a Windows, mine is the Mac or Linux. Right? It is going to be little different will be there. Little different will be there. For you, it is going to have a scripts folder. Do you guys have a S capital? Scripts folder will be there. If you expand there, for me, it is a bin folder. There is an activate will be there. There is a activate will be there. Using this, we are going to be activate this isolated environment. Then we are going to be use that one to run our project. Now let's go back into our presentation. Now we did this. Now what we need to do, activate your environment. We need to do this. For that, what we are going to do, if it is a Windows, that is a .venv or .dev slash s capital scripts slash activate dot bat. If you are using a Windows command prompt or if you're using a Windows PowerShell, you can directly use this activate dot ps1 or else simply says this activate slash activate dot venv slash scripts slash activate. Automatically it is going to be activated. Now, for me, for Mac OS and Linux, it is going to be different. That is a source space dot venv slash bin slash activate. Now, let me try to show you that source dot dev slash bin slash activate. Now, everyone watch at my screen. In my terminal, what is happened? There is a, it is added. My isolated environment has been added into my terminal. It is being activated.
So what is offer PowerShell?
Now in this terminal only you can type it, sir. Simply like dot dev insert dot whatever dot dev slash scripts slash activate. Sir, this is like this forward slash, not the backward slash, because that is a Windows now. So Windows is forward slash. So in Linux and Mac, it is the backward slash. So first one, sir, you can simply this dot venv slash scripts slash activate. Simply mention activate. It will going to be. You don't need to be mentioned dot bat dot ps1. You don't need to do this. Okay. Once you're done, you guys can see here on the next line there is a dot dev is going to be added within the parenthesis or dot venv or dot something. It is going to be added to your terminal. Is that? Anyone have any difficulties? Okay, good. So now expecting everyone is done. So now here I don't need to use Python 3 or Python. Simply I can type it Python and then just to type it the version. I can have that in this isolated environment has been the same whatever my current laptop it was there, it is, I can show that. And also here, I'm going to be find out in this isolated environment, what are the packages are available, means libraries has been installed on this environment. We need to know that. For that, we are going to be use pip space list. Pip space list. I'm going to be seeing this. Currently, I don't have any libraries has been installed on this isolated environment. You maybe have a question, sir. I have a previously NumPy, pandas, everything it was there. Yes, it was there. That is where Anaconda or Jupiter or somewhere else. That is another isolated environment. So here, if you see this, the Streamlit project, whatever we created the virtual environment or isolated environment. So currently it's a plain box. It does not have any libraries, right? So that we can able to see by going the pip space list. We can find out what are the, we have it. Clear? Sir. Seems have dot dev slash scripts slash activate. That's it. So whatever, sir, just to do it like slash activate. It'll be works. No. Forward slash, sir. Right? VNV scripts slash activate. Online. Hope you guys also did. Pranita, you are only the person will respond. I know. From online. Pranita, are you done? Pranita, you are in mute.
Yes, sir. I don't have Python in my laptop.
Okay, fine. Okay, so now once it is done, right, it is activated. What we can see this environment, we can see within the parenthesis, it's happened. Now we need to install this, which one? Streamlit. For this, what is that? Pip install Streamlit. This is the one method people use. Another method, right? Please listen to me. Don't type it. There is another method is also there, right? So by creating a requirements.txt file. What is that? Requirements.txt file. In that, you can mention whatever the packages, right? You can mention there and then simply run the requirements.txt file. You can install all the packages together. Now let's see here. The first file I'm going to be creating by using a VS Code here. Right click on it, new file. Here it is, which one? Requirements.txt. Requirements.txt. In this, I'm going to be mention this, which one? Streamlit. Next, pandas. Next, NumPy. Now I mentioned these things. Now basically, this is a kind of where you can maintain your packages for this projects and with the version. We can mention the version also, but if I'm not mentioned any version of this library, what is going to happen? It's take the latest version. From where? PYPI. From where? PYPI. So you guys can whenever have a time. So simply go there, pypi.org. This is the community of a repository for Python where the people try to publish all the libraries and packages. So almost we have, how many projects we have? 7 lakhs. How many? 7 lakhs people has been contributed these many libraries for a Python. Public. Public. We can. Yes. That's what I'm saying. Community. Community means it's a open source. Right? For every language is going to have a community library repository. Library repository. For Python, we use for PYPI. For JavaScript is NPM. For Java, Maven. For Ruby on Rails, we are going to use the gems, right? Like this. For PHP is a composer. Like this, every language is going to have their own library community. Library community. This is a public community. People can contribute here. So just simply say this. I can search this panda. Go there. and it is going to be search and then show me here. This is the one, this is the last one, this is the latest version is 2.3.3. To install it is going to tell, and then we can see there were releases versions also. What are the versions they released it? We can able to see this, right? So there's a release history. We can see this. They'll try to give such a kind of a documentation also. You guys can go through it, how to use it. They'll give a link separately to go open in this and the new tab. There you can find out and read it. What are the magic functions or calling functions or whatever you can able to see this. Understood? So this is what the people are going to do this. Now coming back into this. Now I created those list of, because on this my project I required a pandas, numpy, streamlit, all the stuff. So that's why I'm just trying to be use the requirements.txt. Now generally to install one package we are going to be use pip space install space package name. Now here we are going to do what? Right? Saying pip install dash r or minus r dash r requirements.txt. The command is pip install space dash r space requirements.txt. If I entered, what is happened? It is going to be collected and install all these dependencies, dev dependencies, the package dependent libraries, everything will going to be installed here successfully. Now, if I type this pip plus, now I can able to see this. Previously it was empty. Now we can see this, but I added a 3. Yes, I added a 3, but Streamlit is dependent on the another libraries. That library depend on the another library. Correct, right? The people can be used another library. On top of it, I can build another library. Right? So that's what is happen on the software development. Right? So that's how all this we can able to see here. All the dependencies also installed successfully. I'll show you that. Don't worry. Okay, let me create a readme.md file for you. So to make sure to remember. Okay, fine. So first, everyone create the requirements.txt file and type these 3 packages. And go to your terminal. Once it is done, go to your terminal and then type the pip install space dash r space requirements.txt. You are not activated that virtual environment. You need to be activated, no? .de or .dev?
.dev.
.dev. There is a green color is came now, right? No, now you can start create a file and then it will start work. Create a requirements.txt file. So to create a file here, there is a plus button will be there, plus file, and then you can create it. That you can rename also by right click on this and it will open in the new tab here. You can type it and use the control S, right? So it will going to be save the file. If it is have a dot here rather than the close, it is have a dot, file is not saved. File is not saved. Please try to understand these annotations. Dot means the file is not saved. So, any doubt?
Yeah.
Control S. Use the control S because if it's a dot is appearing, right? So that's how if you use the controllers, file will be saved. The dot is gone. Now come dot com now.
Requirements.txt not see on.
No, sir. Okay. Watch it my screen. That's how. See here, rather than into mark, what is appearing here?
Dot.
Dot. Means what is happening? File is modified. You are not saved. File is modified, but those changes are not saved into the file. It's not an auto save. It's not a auto save. So now what we need to do? We need to do the control. Yes. Now the dot is gone. Now you don't have it. Now you don't have it. Got it right? So that's what we need to be. Now come to the terminal, everyone. In the terminal, just type it the command called pip space install space -r space requirements.txt. Very good.
It's still downloading. It's taking over.
Obviously depends on like this one also will be there. Done. Downloading. Once it is done, let me know. Done, madam. Try with py. Try the py. Just to type the py. Py space dash dash was what happened? Working? Madam working? Very good. Is Jupyter is working on your laptops? How it is? Okay. We'll see that. Done? Clear, sir? So you just type it pip space list. You can see this, what are the libraries has been installed on this project. Hope you guys are understand this isolated environment or virtual environment, how it is separating for others, or it is not involving these packages on my computer, in my global computer. Means global computers means in my local computer, which is not even for other projects without having any impact. It is not going to be impact to other projects anywhere, any places. Clear? Good. So now let's go back into my presentation. Now the next step is we follow the second method, not the first method if you don't want it, but I will prefer the second method because I'll going to know that in this project, what are the dependency packages I used it. How can I remember? It's very simple. It's a kind of a way maintaining the clarity or checklist that before set up the project on my local computer or on another developer computer or somewhere else, right? So this is a like kind of a documentation work we call it, right? So having this kind of a requirements.txt is helping even for us what kind of a dependencies we used, we have a clarity. Understood? So that's how I'll prefer always the second method. Your choice. You wanted to go with the first choice or second choice. You guys can decide it which one it can. Now let's see this. Now let's test it out. We install the Streamlit here. There is a two methods you can go there. All right, either Streamlit space hello or else by using the Python. If this is not working on your computer, you can type this Python space -m. -m again, I'm trying to tell you which one. It's a module, right? The module name is which one? Streamlit, right? And then say hello. Say hello. If it is not working the first method, go with the second method. Now let's observe my screen, what I'm trying to do. Please observe everyone what I'm doing in this. Streamlit space hello. Now, if I type this, what is happened? It's run this a beautiful web server, HTTP server. We call them as HTTP server. Now, the welcome to Streamlit, check out the demo in your browser. Hello is going to be created. I didn't created any Python script yet. I didn't created any Python file yet, right? So everyone, please watch it my screen only. So here I'm not created, but I wanted to see some of it example or demo purpose how the Streamlit is happening. Now here the local URL is going to be localhost colon 8501. HTTP is the protocol, that protocol, right? Which one using port number is 8501. Generally for HTTP protocol, what is the default port number? 80. For HTTPS, what is the default port number? 443, not 143. Okay, you guys are very smart. Now the network URL is right 192.168.1.43, right? So this is my local area network which is connected to the router. Now who's are connected to that router, right? That computers can access my running application on my computer also. Every router is going to be assigned one private IP address, right? Here is 192.1, 192.168.1.0 or 1.1 or 0.1, like that it will be there, right? The pattern is depends on this, that is a TCP or TCP link or that something kind of routers. We have different type of routers are there. They are going to be followed. This IP address we call them as private IP address. Whenever we connected to the router, we are going to be assigned this one, right? So with this only, the router is going to be communicate with us. We are also going to communicate with the router. So previously this one we call them as LAN. Now we are calling this one as WAN, wireless area network, right? So now either who's are connected to that router, that people also can access my running software or running application on my local computer. They can also access by using the my IP address, private IP address on the port number called 8501. Now it is what is happening and make great awesome apps. Now it is started working and then we can see this. It is open that in the browser automatically. We can see here a demo has been created. You guys can see this. There is a data frame demo. We can able to see that how it is happening here, and plotting demo. We can able to see this, a beautiful interactive with the tool tips. What is that? A tooltip, and as well as that we can able to show the data in terms of data format, means tabular format, and then we can able to see that. And mapping demo, we can able to see this, how beautifully visualization has been created, a web based. Here we can able to see this. Then annotation demo, animation demo, so we can able to see how it is. We can able to make this part into right full screen also if you want it, and minimize also we can able to do this. For that, there is a code we can able to see this. Understood, sir? So there is a pure interactivity, even zoom in or zoom out, everything it is have this. Do we have like this in the Matplotlib? No. Matplotlib is going to be created just the image. Is image kind of this thing. A beautiful, obviously I can say that a beautiful interactivity. There's an agenda I mentioned you, right? The principle. There's a principle here. It is three principles. One is making a very simple script, then make this up and running application, data app. Now the second one is interactivity. For this, we require a lot of widgets. UI widgets are required. That will be taken care of by the Streamlit. And now the third one is deployment. We can able to deploy wherever we want it. Like this, we can able to see this. Clear, sir? So these kind of a things just to trying to show that as a demo. Now you can simply use the control C. Now automatically the service or HTTP server is going to be stopped. It is going to be stopped. Means on your terminal, until unless the process, we call them as a service. It is not a daemon service, it's a just active service. Right? Until unless the terminal is an active, the process you can able to see this. If it's a daemon service, means it is going to be run your operating system background. Even your shell has been closed, it will be still accessible. It is not a daemon service, it's a active service. That's how whenever I click the control C, what is happening? My service has been stopped. My service has been stopped. Everyone do that. Simply use this Streamlit space hello.
Website didn't open, sir. It's still asking for email. Like Streamlit website didn't open.
No, it will be. Did you type the Streamlit space hello? Streamlit space hello?
Asking for email.
Yeah, we have to give it. The giving emails.
Okay. Give that test@test.com. Give a dummy. Don't give personal emails. It is not asking me. I don't know. Okay, sir. Whatever, sir. You guys knows it, right? If this Streamlit is not working on your laptop, try to use this Python space -m space Streamlit space hello. Done? If you guys are able to see this, if you come back to the terminal and then use the control C, the service will be terminated, and then go back into the browser and then try to refresh. You can see this, it is not reachable. Means it is not going to be work. Got it? Right? So now all are good, sir. We are done with this installation now successfully, and we created the environment also. That is good. Now let's create the app with by ourselves. Let's create it. Now let's try to understand how to use this Streamlit library to creating as a Python script. Now let's watch it here. I'm creating this a very simple file called app.py. or index.py, main.py, your name.py, anything. The file with .py. .py is the extension. .py is the extension for a Python file. So .py is a mandatory. If I'm not given a .py, what will happen? So these kind of questions will come to me actually if I'm there. Right? I'm not there now. That's why I'm not asking. But I'm asking myself itself. Saying that what is happened, can I, right? Without a .py, can I create it? Yes, absolutely. Right click on it, just rename it, remove the .py. There is a file will be created. In this file, you need to just type it, saying that what is that first one? Import. What is that? Streamlit. Import Streamlit. Now here you guys can see as st. I hope you guys knows it what we are doing this one as st. As means, right? We are creating an object, instance object. We are trying to create a alias name for this. Now what I'm doing, st dot, first example, there is a beautiful magic method called write. In this, let's say, hello world. Hello world. Now just come back and please watch it my screen only. I'll give a time. So Streamlit space, run space, app. What is that? Streamlit space, run space, app. If I have an extension .py, it is a app.py. Now, if I try to enter, what is saying that Streamlit requires the raw py files. Now is understood, right? Even if I remove this .py, the Streamlit is not accepting. Right? It does not have an ability to read this a file. It's only going to be considering the file must and should be .py. Now come back, rename again. Now let's see .py. Now it is a started this application. Now we can see this. It is a created a hello world. Understood, right? There is a up and running. Here you guys can see this. Again, it is started, but this time I given the script to this and then it is started, created a hello world web application. Understood? Do that everyone. Create app.py and inside the app.py, try to use this simple script called import space streamlit as st and st.write hello world.
Did answer with what command?
Streamlit space run space app.py. You guys can see here once you create it. So obviously activate it and then run this command streamlit space run space app.py or python space -m space streamlit run app.py.
Why do you want the PY name? PY
No module name
name.
py file name. What is that? Which file you need to be, sir? So that's how, sir, listen to me. When I'm telling you have to listen now. Did you created a file app.py? Created? Good. Did you pasted this? Import and everything? Okay, good. Now what is the command? Streamlit? Streamlit space? Run space? Sir, tell me, sir. Streamlit space run space app.py. Did you run that? Run, sir. Streamlit space hello. What is the error, sir?
No module named PY.
I don't know. Now you're telling now, sir. Sir, that is 5 minutes, 10 minutes back ago, sir. An activation, sir. Where is that? Where is the active environment, virtual environment? Did you activate it?
Yes, sir.
If you activated, where it is? It is not showing anywhere. No, sir, you are not activated. I told no. You need to activate. Where you activated?
Source.activate, scripts.activate.
Where you added? What is the dot S, sir?
Yes, sir.
Dot S scripts dot activate. No, no, sir, error is came now. When error is came, you should tell now, sir. You're not activated, sir. I'm highlighting now everywhere. See my screen, watch it once. I'm highlighted the parenthesis. Now, when you does not, there you should tell us now. Definitely just throw the error. Here you have a dot. Means a dot SA in the picture, sir. Huh? Sir, why only the dot S, sir? Girlfriend name, huh?
సార్ నాది కాదు సార్ అసలు నా అవుతుంది సార్
So some security issues ఉన్నట్టున్నాయి, sir. ఓకే, సో ఏం చేయాలంటే ఇది తీసుకెళ్ళి ఇక్కడ లింక్ ఉంది కదా, ఈ పాలసీ సమ్ కస్టమ్ పాలసీస్ నాట్ అలౌవింగ్ టు యాక్టివేట్ దిస్ ఐసోలేటెడ్ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్. సో యూ కెన్ గో దర్ అండ్ ద స్క్రిప్ట్స్ ఇస్ డిసేబుల్డ్ ఆన్ దిస్ సిస్టమ్. ఓకే, సో ఈ లింక్ ఉంది చూడండి, లింక్ బ్రౌజర్లో ఓపెన్ చేసి ఎప్పుడైతే ఇది యాక్టివేట్ అవుతుందో అప్పుడే మీకు వర్క్ అవుతుంది. ఓకేనా, లేదంటే మీకు వర్క్ అవ్వదు. బ్యాక్ వెళ్ళండి. సేవ్ మీకు ఇందాక కూడా చెప్పాను కదా స్వామి, ఫైల్ సేవ్ అవుతేనే అందులో ఉన్న కంటెంట్ తీసుకోగలదు. ఇట్ ఈస్ కన్సిడర్ లైక్ ఇట్ డస్ నాట్ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ కంటెంట్. ఫైల్ ఖచ్చితంగా సేవ్ అయి ఉండాలి. ఓకే, డన్. కెన్ ఐ కంటిన్యూ? వద్దా? చాలా ఎక్కువైపోయిందా? Okay, now I stopped it by using a control C. Automatically we can come back this. Now what is happening here? Let's say by using the magic method called st.write. There is a method called, by using this I can able to pass the, which one here, a string. Now this one we can able to do this. Let me try to here happen. Now let me see this. I wanted to show you some of the examples in this here, right? I'm taking the pandas in this example. Please watch it my screen, everyone. So here you guys can see this Streamlit and then import pandas as a PD. And here is our first attempt to using the data to create as a table. Obviously, we know that in pandas how to create a data frame. How to create it? PD dot data frame. There we can go into give which one? A dictionary. Here there's a first column and second column by giving the list. By giving the values as list. Now, whenever we are giving the list for a data frame, we should know about it. It should have the number of columns should be, sorry, number of list of items should be the same. Now here you have a 4, here also 4. Now let's try to run this. Python space basic slash, we can say that write.py, it started running in this. Sorry. Sorry, my bad. So Streamlit run. So basic slash write.py. Now we can able to see this. The data frame has been converted into a beautiful table. Right? So here, I'm not ask you to do this. The right function is automatically understand it's what type of text it is. If it is a text is a string, it is going to show as a, which one? As a text, as a paragraph. Generally, if you inspect this part on the browser, you can understand how it is came as a p tag in the HTML. It is converting automatically. But when you come here, this is a data frame. For st.write, I given as a data frame, it is converted into table view. Did I mention anywhere to please convert it into a table? No. That's how we are calling this one is a magic methods. This magic method will understand what type of data it is, means data instance. It will understand this data type. Accordingly, it will be rendered that way. If it is a string as a paragraph, it is a data frame as a which one? Table. As a table, we can able to see this. Now let's see this another example here by going to this NumPy. I hope you guys knows it. Here, rather than st.write, I'm going to use this st.data frame. Now I'm specifying here, right, what the data I'm giving to you. Please try to show that one as a table. The output is definitely it is going to be as a table itself. You guys can see in this, it is going to be display the data from as interactive table. Right? Either I can use data st.write or I can use this st.data frame or st.table. st.table only will generate as a static table. We're going to see that. Here we have a 3 methods to convert our data into a tabular format. One is .write. .write is a magic method, but data frame and table is expects it should going to be as a data frame only. Data frame only. Now let's start run this one by saying that numpy underscore random.py. We can able to see this automatically because this is a random function. I hope you guys knows it. Under numpy there is a random function. I'm trying to randomly generating some values between the 10 to 20. Now it is going to be convert or return me back into which one? Data frame. That data frame trying to be viewed on the table here by using the st.data frame. This is another example we can able to see this when you go with the Streamlit. Now let's see this another example here by going on to this. This time I wanted to be show this data frame and the difference between the table. Right? There is a method called data frame and there is a method is table. Now how it is going to be look like, let's see this. But we know that in a data frame, we can highlight or we can apply some styles also in pandas. Right? Here I'm highlighting this. What is the maximum value on the column? What are the maximum value? But this time, pandas and numpy. By using both, we are trying to be creating the data frame. In this, we are trying to give a custom column names. Custom column names. Here, the column names are 0 to 11. This is I'm not created because this is going to be created as per the index. As per the index on my previous example here. Which one? NumPy random. So here I didn't mention my column names. It is going to take automatically the index values as a column. But here in this example, you guys can see here, I'm customizing that column names while I'm defining the data frame itself, saying that column names is column space 1 or column space 0, column space 2 by using a range. By using a range in the inline for loop. Inline for loop we made it and then giving the columns also. Column names we given. After that, we are trying to be rendering on the data frame right here as well as in the table. The table is always trying to return as a static table. It is not an interactive table. And this is going to be little interactivity will be there. In that, we are trying to be highlighting this maximum value on every column on the data frame. That's what axis is equals to 0 we mentioned. Now, let's see here basic slash example 1 dot. Here you guys can see in this. This is the data frame. This is a little interactivity. We can able to see this. Right? There is a interactivity will be there. See here, I can able to see this would be interactivity means I can do that, all the stuff. And every column it is being highlighted. What has happened? We added a style also saying that it is a highlighted. That is not on the Streamlit side. That is not on the Streamlit side. That is on the data frame itself. On the data frame, we added a style saying that highlight the max value on that column, whichever it is there. But if you see this dot table, if I used it, it is came like it is a string. The table has been stringed. But here, the table had, here see, have it is a fitted, right? But here it is trying to be, it's not that much great. Now you can understand the difference between data frame table and table, how it is going to be come into the UI side. Right? So this way, this is a, I think we are not preferred when you have maximum 3-4 columns, static table is fine. But when you have almost like how many number of columns? 20 columns. 0 to 19 means 20 columns, correct, right? It's a 20 columns. The static table is not a ideal one. So then what is that? Data frame. So if you had a confusion on this, rather than using this st.data frame or st.table, you can simply do st.write. st.write. Let it decided by the magic method. Decided by the magic method called write. It will understand what is the data type and then it will going to be show that. Or else, sir, there is another way. So don't mention, just give the variable. Just simply give the variable. I'm not calling or not passing into this any variable. Simply just leave it like this without writing anything, right? It will also means, again, I'm running with the Streamlit. This entire code has been running with this. It will understand this. See here, what is going to be happen, that magic you guys can see in this. What is happen? What is happen? Automatically, but it's taken the last variable, not this one. Right? That last variable output, we can able to see this. Right? I didn't mention anything like st.write or st thing. Automatically to understand this and then try to bring as a table. Right? In Jupyter, you guys will do, right? Just to give this variable. If you try to execute it, what's happened? It will be print. It will be print. Now here also the Streamlit will do, even if you are not
Just leave it. Leave like data frame or style or calling one.
Nothing, sir. Because this is not a data frame. No? The outcome is not a data frame. Right? Now this one is outcome is data frame. That is the difference.
So table means you'll have extra.
Not extra. So table is static. There is no, it is going to be fixed with, there is no interactivity there. But a data frame, what is happening? It is going to have a interactivity. That is a widget is coming from the Streamlit. Right? So,
Like this one.
right. This is a data frame. So see, this is also data frame, but I given as table. I asked it. Yeah, I asked it to render in the table widget. When I ask you to render on the table widget, what is happened here? It is not that much interactivity. There is no interactivity here. But here, if you see this, when I click on it, I have a interactivity. And also I have a sorting. And here, nothing. I have this column to sort ascending, descending, formatting.
This is all Streamlit. Like
Yeah, all are Streamlit. I'm not done anything. Yeah. I have not done anything. No, sir. No, you don't have it. So even if I remove the Streamlit, nothing. Right? So here you guys can see this, pin this column. Now you can see this, how in Excel we will do this. In the left side, we can do that. Right? That is also we can do unpin, hide the column. I can remove the column temporarily on the UI side. Right? So this kind of a things you can do this. Right? There's a problem with this in the Jupyter. Whatever output you're showing, that is not an interactive. Right? Are you going to share that output like with your manager or a client? Absolutely. We can. See, no one going to say objection. They want immediate one. Okay, they find, they saw that, take done. But your presentation is so good, more interactive. What has happened? Best impression. Obviously, it's a best impression. To do this, what has happened? We are going to be create like this, especially when you are working with the management team. Data analyst, data scientist job is always to work with the management team. Am I correct or wrong? They're always
business name.
PSC, business units, management team. So they are very, very close with the management team. Right? So obviously they require, their expectation should be everything like perfect. You know how the management people write? Everything like a perfect. And it should not be have small silly mistake. For you, it is a typo mistake. Sir, what will be there? What is happened? The first character or first literal is not capital letter. For them is very big. Understood, right? The mindset of the business people is like that. So that's how we are going to be very, very careful when you are interacting with them. Right? So work is nothing, sir. How many number of lines, sir? Right? It's like chumma. Right? Hardly how many? 4-5 lines. Right? That's what I said. There's a principle of the Streamlit is why they bring this library into the market. The major agenda is whatever we have it to sharing with the people, that is not that much interactive. Right? That interactivity they have to bring by using to bring it with a simple script, not the complicated script. Right? If you ask to developer to build like this table, they are going to take at least 1 month to 2 months to develop this one. We have that much time? No. Right? So this is what is going to be happen. So that's how this is so much important. Streamlit is going to be the game changer for us in our life, especially for data scientists when they build a model, how the people going to be tested. Is your QA guy is need to know the data science to test that model? Right? Means you need to give them the way how they need to test it. Obviously, the people how they tested the model by giving some values, it will going to be predict. Give values and show the predict. Means whatever they're giving values, what is the output is coming. They have to see that in the interactive way. Right? So that's what we are trying to be learning here. How then we can engage the people by giving this as a kind of a solutions to the people. For this, we don't require a developer. We don't need to depend on the developer. We don't require any DevOps person. We don't require any Python developer. By ourselves, we can able to do it here by going through this. Understood? As a okay, another method, a way I can say this. I'm a data analyst. Sorry, I'm a full stack developer. I don't know about the data science. I have a model with me. I have a model with me. Immediately, everyone is asking to me, right? Could you please create as a very interactive UI? I don't know the concept of what you build it, what are the parameters is required, what is the output is coming. It's very difficult for me. Now, as a full stack developer, I can come here, use this Streamlit, and then integrated that model, and then bring the form. In the form, they'll give a values, show the output, done. Right? For everyone, I hope you guys are understanding. This is going to be the everyone, not only for data analyst, data scientist, even for the full stack developer. How it is going to be helpful for a DevOps person? Sir, I'm maintaining a server, sir. In AWS, Azure, or GCP, I have a server, sir. The server is up and running. How can I know that? As a manager, I want to say you went for your leave with your girlfriend. Now I wanted to see this, my servers are up and running. That right? I don't know how to go to which one, GCP console, AWS console, or Azure portal. I don't know that. I don't know how to check the server status. Now, as a DevOps person, I'm going to be created by creating the APIs, by getting the status of the server status. I'm going to give this URL. If you go the URL, you can know that server is inactive or down, or it is a pass. Understood, right? So everyone, it's not only for one person. This is a data app. That's how. Wherever we wanted to share the data, even server status is also data. Right? So everywhere, wherever you wanted the data app sharing, Streamlit is the best in this because it's an open source. The second thing is it's a open source. It is very easy. No one asks you to money also. Understood, right? So that's what is happens when you go with this. Okay, now there is another one. Let's see this line chart. Right? Obviously, matplotlib, you guys use this and create the line chart here. So here also try to create a simple data frame here. Right? In this, by using the random, we are creating, and the column names we created as ABC. What is that? Column names are ABC, and then try to use the line chart here. Now here, let's see in this. Now what is happened? It is going to be up and running by the line chart. We can able to see here how it is happening. A, B, C. With the tooltip, whenever mouse over on it, I can able to see that particular point, what is the value it is coming. I can do this, zoom in and zoom out. That's right. It's a kind of a BI tool. Another BI tool like Power BI, Tableau, or you guys can say in Matplotlib. Matplotlib is one of this BI purpose, BI library. I can say this, right? Business intelligence, right? So where you can see the charts, or if you go to this Excel where you can do the EDA process for visualization and all the stuff, right? All the stuff you guys can see by using the Streamlit with the full window, or you can able to see this, and there is it. You can save it as an PNG or SVG. You can able to see this as a source, how the data it is coming into this, right? And you can see this compiled Vega or open the Vega editor, right? We can able to see this like this. Understood? But they are using this another libraries, that is a different matter, but you hope you guys are understand it. How can I make this one is more interactivity visualization by giving the data frame? Right? Simply, what is the method is lines underscore chart, and then give the data frame. That's it. That's right. The columns are become here. You guys can see ABC, and then values is going to be show it here. Now there is another is map. We have a map. Let's try to show that this data frame based on the latitude, longitude. I hope you guys knows it. In the map, we require which one? Latitude and longitude. For that, we are trying to generate some of the values by using the numpy and trying to be rendered here. What is happening here? See, there is a map. We have like zoom in, zoom out, right? We can able to see this every dots. Understood? There's whatever the generated latitude, longitude, we can able to see this. Even you can expand it like this. Understood, Nasa? So this is the way. I hope you guys are understanding very quick, right? Very, very quick, right? You don't need to worry about it that much. And then you can convert it into a web application and you are not deploying yet. Once you deployed, what is happened? You can share that URL with anyone. This local host you cannot share with anyone because that will be work on your local computer, right? Simply, I can say this local host means what are the dreams you visited, think about it, that only works on your computer only.
So if we share the network,
If you are in the same network, it will be works. If you are in the same, that's what the WAN I mentioned. If anyone is connected to the same network, they can able to. In this scenario, you cannot use the local host. You need to use the network URL. Need to use the network URL. So that way you can able to share it. But there is a problem here. It is you are running the active service, not the daemon service. You are running as a active service. Suppose if I close this terminal, what is happened? My active service is terminated. Automatically, this is a stop to running. So you need to convert this one into daemon service. Means even if you closed it, right? If your computer is still on, the people can access by this. Means it's still running on your background as a daemon service. We call them as daemon service. That is, we'll see, sir. We'll see. We need a lot of things will be there. Right? For daemon service, you should know about some of this like Linux. Little bit have a knowledge on the Linux. Then only you can able to make it like this. Understood? So this is a kind of some of it. Let's have discussion. Some of like widgets also I wanted to show you. Like let's say the slider. One of the beautiful is which one? Slider. I'm not going to take much time. Just like give me like a 10-15 minutes. I'll share this everyone this py files with you for your practice, right? So just try to understand this. Now here, let me see this. Right, widgets. Let's say the slider.py. In the slider.py, you guys can see it is created a beautiful slider. And this once it is done, it is a converted means whatever I stopped it, wherever I stopped it, that is have a value. Like 0 to 100. In that, what is the value of 32? For 32, what is happening? I'm doing a squared. Means I'm getting that value back again from the UI, whatever the user has been interacted and created a value that I'm trying to get back in here. That value I'm using which one? Into x. Again, x into x squared. I'm trying to do this. Now 32 squared is 1024. Now I can say like 100 is this much. Right? So like this, we can able to see this. One of the beautiful widget is slider. Now, the next one is text. So basically, you guys are used in the Python is input, right? To take from the console. That is a console, not from the web. On the console, user going to be enter there whatever the value and is come back into the Python program. But in this here Streamlit, we can use which one? Text input. Text underscore input, sorry, text underscore input. So when in this, you can give the placeholder and as well as mention the key name. What is that? Key name. Here it is name. Now this one, we can able to access anywhere like by using session underscore state. Now, whatever the user going to be type it, and then once type it, if you give the enter, it is going to be saved in a key called name under where session underscore state. Session underscore state. Now let's see, test it out. Now, if I come this here, let's type it your name. The name is, let's say my name is, let's say Viru, just enter. What has happened? It is there. Now let's remove it and then change it to the Cedlearn. And now just simply see here showing that press enter to apply. So much interactivity. It is trying to give me the hint how this is working also. Now, if you say this enter, what's happening? The value is changing. The value it is coming back into the variable call where session underscore state dot name. There's a key name, whatever I'm keeping here. With that only we can able to access. Now I can, let's say I can create the another text box saying that email here, your email address. Now this one, name and email. Now just try to refresh. We have a name and email address. Both we got it. Now let's say viru@test.com, enter. We can able to see this data in the form of email. Got it right? How this is working, understood, right? Understand? Yes, sir. You can do lots, sir. I'll come to that. For that, you should understand the layout, right? So there's a step-by-step process. You can create a login, you can store it, you can connect with the database, everything you can do it, sir. That's all. This is the very, very simple, right? So very, very easy also. Right? So now let's see this. Some more examples here. Select box and checkbox. Right? So we need to be understand. So that's our first. Let's go to the checkbox. Here I have a checkbox. Right? In my checkbox program, how it is written. Right? Here I'm using saying that show data frame. The checkbox is saying that it is written on the if condition. If it is a checkbox is done, means if it's a user has been checked it, then only show which one? Data frame. Otherwise, don't show the data frame. Obviously, I'm not using any st.write or st.data frame. I already mentioned, even if you're not used, what is happen? It will understand the data type and then it is going to be show on the UI. Now go here, show the data frame. If you uncheck it, what is happened? It is not going to be shown. That much easier here. Correct, right? That much simple when you're going with this here, how it is happened. Now go to the select box. In the select box, let's see here. I have a data frame like first column and second column. In the select box, which number do you like the best? From where? First number. Means from first column 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm giving, try to give as an options on the select box. Select box means drop down. Select box means drop down. Now let's see here. Select box. Now what is happening from the data frame? The 1, 2, 3, 4 it is clear. So from where? First column. I can use the second column also. Now if I see this a 3, it is showing us 3 has been selected. If I see this a 4, it is going to show that 4 has been selected. Means the whichever value has been selected, that is returning back into option variable, means assigned to the option variable that we are able to give it into this. You're selected in this and it is going to be printed here. But if you put the comma here, you can able to print also. If you use a comma, you can print any text. Right? By using a multiples or single, you can able to do this. So this way also you can able to do this. Understood? So these are all the basics. Right? These are all the basics. I'm going to share with you guys just to try to play with this, how much you wanted. On the next session, we are going to be learn the layouts and advanced concepts. how to maintain the data, whichever from the UI side user selected data. Obviously, we know that session data, session underscore state, we will have it, but extensively how we can do that, how can we maintain the cache, and that cache, how we can forward it for the calculations, and how we can see the visualizations by using the layout technique, and especially for a data science, how we can embed our model. Once based on this embedded that model, I can give the values by using the form elements, and then it will going to be predict and then return back some value. That value I need to show back on the UI as per whatever the given values from that form. Right? All those stuff we are going to be seeing on the next session. But before coming on to the session, if you are able to understand that source code, you should be strong on this basics. You should strong on this basics. If you can't become a strong on this basics, you can't understand how we are writing them. Because when your complexity or when you are trying to be making more data to render on that page, what is happening? The code is also will increase. When the code is increasing, obviously complexity also will be little increases. But Streamlit is very, I can say that once you started playing with this, you will understand very easily. And Streamlit have their own playground also. If you guys have a time, just go to the Streamlit website. They have a community, or else they have a gallery. If you go to the gallery, you can find out it. Some of the people did it, weather dashboard or stock pair analysis, AI assistant, right? Roadmap, so pretty map, right? Streamlit extras, right? GW quick view, 30 days Streamlit. This is given by the Streamlit itself. This is also will going to be shared with you, right? How can you learn yourself in a 30 days, how to become like master on this 30 days of Streamlit. In day one, how to set up a local environment, right? How to do this, right? So after that, there is a step by step, right? So you guys can see this day one. Next, day two. In day two, how to do this, right? Hello world, right? How to run this. In day three, how you can do this by using learning the st dot button, right? This button, how it is going to be works. A simple code. If this is say hello, let's say why hello there, or else say goodbye, right? If you want it to be, you can open in the Streamlit playground. We call them as playground. In this playground, we can able to see how this is going to be works, even if you don't even run on your local computer. Right here, say by default, it is coming as goodbye. If I click on say hello, it is turn it as why hello there. Means it's very simple. If by using, when you clicked on this button, this is going to be written as a true, and then it is going to be executed. If you are not clicked on this button, it is going to be written as goodbye. Right? Some of it like line by line explanation, it is going to give this very beautiful, right? Very beautifully it is has been given this, the interactivity, how it is happens in this, right? With the Kenji, there is a, you can able to understand this. And same day 5 it is there to understand this st dot, right? How this is going to be works. They given with the examples here very clearly, and line by line explanation, and then demo app it is there, and then you can able to see this. And Streamlit is giving the Streamlit community cloud. Whatever you done, you can publish there on the Streamlit cloud also. But only the problem with the Streamlit community cloud, everything is going to be a public. Everything is going to be public. That is not an acceptable for some of when you're working with your company. When you're working with the company, obviously, who will accept to publish them into the community? Means public. No one. Your company never going to allow to do this, right? Obviously, you need to be, it's a private, either on your computer, or you need to ask the server from the company, or else the Streamlit is also providing with the help of, there is a private option is there that is called Pro in this, by going with the Snowflake. By going with the Snowflake. In the Snowflake, we can able to do with this Git with the CI/CD and enterprise grade security, and everything will be there. And you can have a private here. Here, the Snowflake is providing this feature for 30 days free trial. So don't like immediately hurry to activate. First learn it and then activate, right? Because it's only the 30 days, right? You can use another email address also. So when you click on this, it is going to show that it is redirected to the snowflake.com. They are giving only the 30-day free trial. They are giving a 30-day free trial, which is includes worth of $400 usage, free usage. Understood? So that is what they are giving by the Snowflake.
There's also a hidden service.
Snowflake is a different service. This is a data lake. This is a data lake. Understood? So they have this thing also as a service, as a cloud services they are providing. So that's how they tie up with the Streamlit. Understood, right? So this is what is happening. But community, there's a problem is how many you wanted, you can do that. Everything is public. That is a problem. That's how you need to be very careful with this publishing, especially when you're working with the company data. Understood, sir? So we're going to be share this one also with that zip file. You guys can play with this, and like this, day 6, how to sign up with the GitHub, how to upload your code, everything. It is going to be step-by-step process. It was there. And then go to the day 7, how to deploying the Streamlit app into your community cloud build also. It is mentioned in this. Clear, sir? We'll share it. If you guys are, whenever you guys are doing this thing, whenever you guys are practicing, if you have any queries, just message in on the group by mentioning I have a doubt on the Streamlit. This is the issue. Could you please help us? I'll go into the respond at any point of time. Clear? So this is what it's a 30 days of Streamlit, but hardly if you spend it like 6 to 7 hours or 8 hours, you can learn it very easily. You need to sacrifice your weekend. Right? Means you need to sacrifice your girlfriend. Obviously, breakup will happen. You're going to become a single. Right? So that way you're going to get a freedom and focus on the career. Right? So that's all. So please, if possible, please try to do this. There's a good weekend. Right? So don't waste this weekends. Weekends means 48 hours. Don't waste it 48 hours. Right? So beautiful 48 hours. So focus on this learning only and practice. Okay, so once this session is done, we're going to be share all these URLs and then zip files with you for your practice. Please to WhatsApp, the group itself. On a group, you guys are going to get it. So please focus on this. Clear? And we'll meet on the next session for an advanced where we can going to be creating the layouts like sidebar and then beautiful pages, and then how to do this, adding an image, adding a videos, all the stuff we are going to be learning in the advanced stage. To enter into that advanced, obviously basics are so much important. Please play with that. Clear? Okay. Chalo guys. Thank you and happy weekend. We'll meet on Monday on your classes. Chalo, bye.
Thank you, sir.